Imagine sitting down to dinner where a single bite costs more than your car. Where the table isn't just set, it's curated. The napkins are embroidered with initials that aren't just letters, but legacies. The wine isn't poured, it's unveiled. And the first course? It's served on a plate that might just be worth more than your house. Welcome to the Billionaires table, a place where luxury doesn't stop at what you wear or drive, it continues right onto your fork. For most of us, fine dining means remembering to split the bill fairly. For billionaires, it means deciding whether their lobster should be gold-dusted or diamond-encrusted. Because in this world, even dinner is a statement, a declaration of power, privilege, and precision. But here's the question: when you've already bought the yachts, the jets, and the islands, what's left to impress? The answer lies in the art of eating the impossible. In this episode, we're diving fork-first into the top 10 luxury foods only billionaires can afford, dishes so exclusive, they make Michelin-star tasting menus look like takeout. This isn't about just food, it's about identity, influence, and the intoxicating pursuit of rarity. Because when you live in a world where money isn't the limit, the only currency that matters is access. Picture this: a truffle that requires trained dogs to sniff it out under moonlight in a hidden Italian forest. Caviar harvested from a 100-year-old albino sturgeon in the Caspian Sea, sealed in a 24-karat gold tin. A melon grown under constant serenades of classical music and sold at auction for the price of a luxury car. And desserts, yes, desserts, infused with edible gold, served with diamond-encrusted spoons. These aren't meals, they're monuments built from patience, obsession, and centuries of craft. Every ingredient has a story. Every bite, a legacy. And if you think that's indulgent, wait until you see what's next. Because the deeper we go into the world of ultra-gastronomy, the more it stops being about taste and starts being about status. There's a psychology to billionaire dining. It's not just about satisfying hunger, it's about signaling it. The rarer the ingredient, the louder the message: I can have what no one else can. In this secret culinary ecosystem, rarity becomes the new gold standard. You're not paying for flavor, you're paying for the story that comes with it. For the bragging rights that your balsamic vinegar is older than most empires. That your steak came from a cow that got daily massages and listened to jazz before dinner. And let's be honest, it's ridiculous, fascinating, and a little bit brilliant all at once. Because deep down, we all understand the magic of a special meal, that moment when food becomes more than just sustenance. Now, magnify the feeling 1,000-fold, add a few zeros to the price tag, and you've entered the billionaire's banquet hall. From oceanic treasures that sparkle like liquid gold, to fruits so rare they're treated like crown jewels, we're about to uncover the world's most extravagant foods, one indulgent bite at a time. So grab your virtual seat at the world's most exclusive table, no dress code required. This is a journey into a dining experience where money has no meaning, and flavor has no limits. If you love exploring the secret world of extreme wealth and hidden luxury, don't forget to subscribe to Luxe Quest, where we turn opulence into storytelling. Because trust me, the menu is just getting started. The ocean, the world's greatest mystery and, apparently, the world's most expensive buffet. Beneath its shimmering surface lie treasures so rare and so costly, they become the edible jewels of the elite. This isn't your average seafood dinner, this is ocean gold. And for billionaires, it's where the dining experience truly begins to make waves. Let's start with a name whispered in hushed tones among the ultra-rich: almas caviar. A delicacy so rare, it's sold only in select luxury boutiques in London and Dubai. Its origin? The Caspian Sea. Its source? Albino sturgeons that are over a century-old, fish that have lived through world wars, revolutions, and still somehow end up on a billionaire's toast. The price? Around $35,000 per kilogram, delicately sealed in a 24-karat gold tin. Yes, the container alone might be worth more than your kitchen. Each pearl of almas glimmers like liquid platinum, smooth, buttery, and impossibly delicate. It's not just food, it's an experience of wealth distilled into taste. The flavor has been described as oceanic silk, subtle yet commanding. But what truly makes it worth its staggering price is rarity. The sturgeon population has plummeted, and harvesting is done by hand, under tight secrecy. It's indulgence born from patience and perhaps a dash of guilt. Because for every billionaire savoring almas on a gold spoon, there's a debate swirling beneath the surface, one about sustainability, extinction, and excess. But then again, ethics have never been the main course at the billionaire's table. Now, we move to Japan, where culinary luxury isn't whispered about, it's auctioned. Every year in Tokyo's Toyosu market, the world's most expensive fish goes under the hammer, the legendary bluefin tuna. In 2019, a single tuna sold for a jaw-dropping $3.1 million, a record that sent shockwaves across the culinary world. The buyer? Kiyoshi Kimura, a sushi magnate known as the Tuna King. Why pay millions for one fish? Because in the world of billionaires, food isn't about flavor, it's about bragging rights. Imagine the scene: flashbulbs popping, reporters cheering, chefs sharpening their knives like samurai preparing for battle. That first slice of toro, the fatty underbelly of the tuna, melts like butter on the tongue. It's the champagne of seafood, rich, smooth, and heartbreakingly delicate. And when you're worth billions, $1 million tuna isn't a meal, it's a moment. But not all extravagance happens at sea. Some of it is cooked right on land, in a Manhattan kitchen, under bright hotel lights. Enter the lobster frittata, an omelet so expensive, it could fund a semester at a private college. Priced at $2,000 and served at the Parker Meridien in New York, this breakfast dish is layered with buttery lobster meat and topped with the kind of caviar that doesn't just sparkle. It glows with wealth. The chef describes it as simple comfort with sophistication. Which is ironic, because nothing says comfort food quite like needing to call your accountant before ordering breakfast. Guests say the aroma alone feels indulgent, rich, creamy eggs blending with the faint brine of caviar, all served on fine china that could pass for art. It's decadent, over the top, and utterly unnecessary, which, of course, makes it perfect for billionaires. From ocean depths to golden breakfast plates, these dishes represent more than taste, they represent triumph. The act of eating becomes an exhibition of dominance, a way to say, yes, I can afford the ocean. But while these flavors are fleeting, their symbolism isn't. Each bite tells a story of power, of a world where fish are auctioned like fine art, and saltwater becomes liquid gold. So as we leave the depths of the ocean behind, remember, in the billionaire's world, nothing is just food. It's identity, plated, priced, and served with perfection. And if you think these underwater luxuries were jaw-dropping, wait until we head to the land where truffles, melons, and wagyu beef redefine what it means to dine in absolute indulgence. After the ocean's shimmering riches, our journey ascends to land, to the secret groves, serene pastures, and quiet farms where some of the world's rarest treasures are born. Not jewels, not metals, but foods so precious, they're literally worth their weight in gold. Welcome to the realm of Earth's rarest jewels, where luxury grows from soil, sweat, and centuries of perfectionism. Our first stop is the misty forests of northern Italy, where millionaires and their dogs go treasure hunting. This is the kingdom of the white truffle, a fungus so valuable it has its own black market. At auction, a single kilogram can fetch up to $300,000, that's the cost of a Ferrari, buried quietly beneath the roots of oak trees. But unlike ordinary mushrooms, truffles can't be cultivated. They're found, not farmed. Each one is discovered by trained dogs, yes, dogs with more expensive resumes than some CEOs, who sniff out these subterranean delicacies in the early dawn hours. The hunters guard their locations like state secrets, some go out only under cover of darkness to keep competitors away. The moment a truffle is unearthed, it releases an aroma that defies description, musky, earthy, almost intoxicating. Chefs call it the scent of perfection. And when shaved delicately over pasta or risotto, it transforms a humble meal into something divine. It's proof that true luxury doesn't always glitter, sometimes, it grows in the dirt. From forest floors to open fields, we travel east to Japan, where precision is a philosophy and flavor an art form. Here lives the legend of Kobe and Matsusaka beef, the aristocracy of meat. These aren't your average cows. These are four-legged celebrities, pampered, massaged daily, and sometimes even serenaded with classical music to keep them calm. Their diets? Beer, grain, and the occasional sake rubdown. Some of these cows have a better skincare routine than most Hollywood actors. Every detail of their upbringing is meticulously controlled: the light, the air, the emotional state of the animal, all to ensure the fat marbles evenly through the meat, creating that signature, melt-in-your-mouth texture. A single pound can cost up to $1,000, and only a few thousand true Kobe cows exist at any given time. Chefs describe the taste as butter made of beef, rich, tender, and delicate beyond reason. It's the culinary equivalent of a luxury watch engineered for perfection, polished by obsession, and priced by exclusivity. And just like fine jewelry, fakes are everywhere. Only genuine Kobe beef comes stamped with a unique ID number, tracing its lineage back generations. Yes, even the cows have pedigrees. And then there's the fruit that redefines sweetness itself, Japan's Yubari King melon. Imagine two cantaloupes so flawless, so symmetrically perfect, they sold for $45,000 a pair. That's not dessert, that's a down payment. These melons are grown exclusively in Yubari, Hokkaido, where farmers tend to them like newborns. Each fruit is hand-pollinated, shaded from direct sunlight, and cradled in white netting so its skin develops that signature golden lattice pattern. Farmers even polish them daily, by hand, to achieve their mirror-like glow. When sliced open, the aroma fills the room like perfume. The flavor? Sweet, floral, and almost creamy, a bite so pure it's been described as the essence of summer. They're not bought for eating, they're gifted, a symbol of honor, prosperity, and appreciation. In Japan, presenting a Yubari melon is like handing someone an edible diamond. Across forests, fields, and farms, one truth emerges: what drives the price of these foods isn't just rarity. It's devotion, generations of artisans perfecting their craft, chasing flavor like others chase fame. It's the idea that perfection can't be rushed. It must be coaxed, cultivated, and celebrated. And maybe that's why billionaires are drawn to them. Because beneath all the extravagance, the gold tins, the crystal plates, the absurd price tags, lies something universal: the human desire to taste something truly exceptional. A truffle's aroma. A steak that melts on the tongue. A melon so sweet, it makes time stop for a second. That's not just food. That's art, nature's finest work, refined by human hands. Up next, we leave the farms and forests behind and step into the workshops and cellars where true culinary alchemy takes place, where time, patience, and human artistry turn simple ingredients into priceless masterpieces. Because luxury isn't only about what's rare. Sometimes, it's about what's crafted. Luxury isn't always born from wealth. Sometimes, it's born from patience, from hands that repeat the same motion 1,000 times until it becomes art. Behind every decadent bite and every extravagant sip lies an invisible army of artisans, people who dedicate their lives to transforming simple ingredients into something transcendent. This is the price of perfection. Our first story begins with a single flower, fragile, violet, and worth its weight in gold. Saffron. It grows in the dry fields of Iran, Spain, and northern India, its beauty fleeting, its value timeless. To produce 1 pound of saffron, farmers must hand-pick the stigmas from over 75,000 crocus blossoms. Each thread is plucked by hand at dawn, when the petals open for only a few hours, blink, and the moment is gone. The result is the world's most expensive spice, sometimes fetching $10,000 a pound. When dropped into warm water or milk, it bleeds a golden hue, a color that has lit up royal feasts for centuries. Its aroma, a balance of honey, hay, and something almost otherworldly, is proof that true value often hides in the smallest details. From the spice fields, we move to the quiet attics of Medina, Italy, where time itself becomes an ingredient. Here, aceto balsamico tradizionale is aged not for years, but for generations. In wooden barrels made from chestnut, cherry, and juniper, grape must slowly transforms into thick, dark syrup. No rush. No shortcuts. Some barrels have been in the same family for centuries, tended like sacred relics, each drop carrying the memory of 100 harvests. A single ounce of this aged balsamic can cost up to $1,000, and yet, to the artisans of Medina, it's priceless. They taste it on the tip of a spoon, eyes closed, as if communing with time itself. It's not vinegar. It's liquid heritage. And then, we travel east to the mist-covered cliffs of the Wui Mountains in China, where monks once guarded one of the world's rarest teas, Da Hong Pao. Legend says that in the Ming dynasty, this tea saved an emperor's mother from illness, earning the plant's royal protection. Today, the mother trees, the original bushes, are over 300 years old, and harvesting from them is forbidden. The few leaves that were ever picked are valued at over $1 million per kilo. Each sip is an echo of history, smoky, mineral-rich, deep with meaning. When poured, the tea doesn't just taste ancient, it feels ancient. To those who craft it, Da Hong Pao isn't a product. It's a prayer. A meditation steeped in patience and passed down through generations. And that's what connects all these creations: saffron, vinegar, tea. They aren't expensive because they're rare. They're rare because they require devotion few are willing to give. Every petal, every barrel, every leaf carries a human fingerprint, a story of dedication that transcends the idea of price. It reminds us that true luxury isn't just consumed, it's crafted. And as we leave these workshops and cellars behind, the story of indulgence shifts once again from creation to experience. Because for billionaires, it's not enough to taste perfection. They want to live it. There comes a point when food is no longer about flavor. It becomes theater, a performance of wealth where every course tells the story of someone who has everything, yet still wants more. Welcome to the world of ultra-exclusive dining, where luxury isn't plated, it's staged. Let's begin in the heart of Manhattan, under the golden lights of Serendipity 3, home of the legendary frozen hot chocolate. Price tag? $25,000. Yes, for dessert. This masterpiece is made with a blend of 28 of the world's rarest cocos, infused with edible 24-karat gold, topped with whipped cream laced in more gold, and served in a crystal goblet. The spoon? Diamond-studded, of course, because apparently, silver just doesn't sparkle enough. Each bite tastes like a paradox: cold, sweet, and absurdly expensive. But for the billionaires who order it, it's not about the taste. It's about the story. The post. The proof that even ice cream can be turned into status. From New York's dessert dreams to the neon glow of Las Vegas, where indulgence has its own skyline. At Mandalay Bay, inside the restaurant Fleur, one dish reigns supreme: the Fleur Burger. $5,000 for a burger, though calling it a burger is like calling a Rolls-Royce a car. The patty is made from Wagyu beef, topped with foie gras and truffle sauce, served with a bottle of 1995 Chateau Petrus, a wine so rare it can't be found on most menus. The experience ends not with dessert, but with a handshake, the chef himself presenting a signed certificate, a golden receipt of your edible achievement. Because in this world, eating isn't an act, it's a credential. But perhaps the ultimate dining experience doesn't happen in any city at all. It happens 40,000 feet above the ground. Private jet dining, the new frontier of culinary decadence. For the ultra-elite, chefs are flown on board to prepare 10-course tasting menus mid-flight. Crystal glassware clinks gently against turbulence. Truffle risotto is served as clouds drift by like scenery in a moving painting. Some menus cost over $100,000, not for the food, but for the moment. It's luxury unanchored, the kind that says, "The world is my restaurant." Food, at this level, becomes more than sustenance. It becomes social currency. A language of opulence. Every bite whispers exclusivity, every meal is a headline waiting to happen. And just when you think you've seen it all, there's always something rarer, something higher, something more unattainable waiting on the next course. We're about to step into the top 3 most unattainable foods on earth, the kind that redefine what it means to taste luxury. If you're enjoying this journey through billionaire indulgence, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's next, because the final dishes on this menu are about to challenge everything you thought food could be. We've reached the peak of indulgence, the final 3 dishes that define luxury beyond reason. Here, food is no longer about taste. It's about ownership, rarity, and status. Number 3, the Golden Opulence Sundae, New York City. Price, $1,000. Served in a crystal goblet lined with 23-karat gold leaf, made with Tahitian vanilla, Aime de porcelana chocolate, and topped with candied fruits from Paris. Each scoop is finished with edible gold flakes and a sugar orchid. It's the kind of dessert ordered not for flavor, but for what it represents: refinement, exclusivity, and spectacle. Number 2, the Louis XIII Pizza, Salerno, Italy. Price, $12,000. Created by chef Renato Viola, this pizza is prepared in the client's home. The dough rests for 72 hours. The toppings include caviar, Norwegian lobster, pink salt from the Himalayas, and mozzarella from buffalo milk. Each slice is brushed with 24-karat gold. The meal includes vintage cognac and champagne service. It's the definition of made-to-order luxury, a private ritual where every ingredient is a statement of power. Number 1, Gold-Dusted Sushi, Manila, Philippines. Price, $2,000 per piece. Chef Angelito Araneda Jr. wraps each roll in 24-karat gold leaf, tops it with Palawan pearls and small diamonds. The rice is infused with champagne, the fish is the freshest available. It's edible jewelry, a one-bite reminder that in the billionaire world, extravagance has no ceiling. At this level, food becomes symbolism. Gold, diamonds, and rare ingredients serve as proof of access. It's not about hunger, it's about heritage, ego, and the pursuit of something no one else can have. Some chase Michelin stars. Billionaires chase edible gold. Luxury dining isn't about satisfaction, it's about the story it tells, the silent message that wealth can turn anything, even a meal, into art. So, which of these dishes would you try if price didn't matter? Comment your choice, and join us next week as we explore another corner of hidden luxury. Subscribe to Luxe Quest, your passport to the world only billionaires truly taste.